Out there. Also, you know, if you have someone that you love in your family or maybe a friend who is living with Alzheimer's or dementia, it can be such a struggle. But coming up here, we have a local expert who's going to talk about ways music can help ease some of the suffering. So stay with us.
Well, a topic gaining an awful lot of attention, of course, is the benefits of using music with older Alzheimer's or dementia patients. I know I'm experiencing this with my dad right now.
Your dad's been going through this for a while. Well, and by extension, so is your mom.
Right.
An expert on the matter is Ron Keller. He's here to tell us more about it this morning. So how is it that music helps almost snap them back, at least for a few minutes?
It does. Music is one of the last memories that goes. And if you ask a lot of questions up front and you can customize or individualize that music to them, it's amazing what happens and how they come back to life. And it gives them a purpose. It gives them a sense of maybe remembering their first dance together, or a wedding, or a child's wedding, or something. And so it takes them back into that moment. And it also is amazing to watch, because what happens is suddenly somebody who has maybe not been conversing very much or very involved, suddenly they start to straighten up, their posture straightens up, they smile, they're starting to tap their foot or their hand, and next thing you know, they're singing the words verbatim, and they know the words verbatim. And they may not even know your name or anything about their environment, but suddenly, here with this music, with the songs that they have, are singing the words. And
you know, it's interesting too, because in trying to communicate with my dad, there's no doubt in my mind he doesn't know who I am. You know, there's just no doubt. But when I was with him, spending some time with him, this is probably a month ago, my mom ran out and ran errands, and I could tell he was just trying to wrap his head around who this girl was sitting there. And yet we started talking about the music because it was on in the background. We had some Frank Sinatra, some Dean Martin, and as we talked about the music, he started opening up to memories, and some of those memories included me, which was interesting how it kind of came full circle.
Interesting.
But it was not something I could have forced upon him. It came through the music, the memory.
Why does music do that?
It's just soothing. Music is a very soothing entity that helps. And so, I mean, even with depression, people who are depressed, if you play music that they like and watch what happens. I mean, even when an Alzheimer's patient gets agitated and you put on music, it helps calm them. So you don't have to use as much medication, you don't have to use different interventions, but music is relaxing, it's as long as it's music that they enjoy and want to hear.
So describe some of the ways we can use music as almost a therapeutic device.
Well, again, customize the music or individualize that music to them. Putting on that headset. When you see somebody starting to withdraw or starting to become agitated, go ahead and put the headset on and play their music, watch what happens, and you'll see these people come back to life. And suddenly the agitation's going, and they're starting to enjoy life. They're starting to tap again, they're starting to sing songs that they knew of their time. At our community, everybody gets a headset in the assisted living and memory care, and so we work with the families and customize, individualize that headset to their individual taste, their music likes, and it's amazing. Families come in and think, wow, what have you guys done? Your mom hasn't talked in weeks, and suddenly she's saying all the words and singing them. My mother lives at the community, and my mother doesn't know my name anymore. I think she recognizes me as her son, but now is even eating with her hands. I mean, she's in a wheelchair now and really declining, but walk in there, I can hear her singing. They have the headset on, and she's singing songs and knows the words verbatim, and it's like, wow. She doesn't even know my name, but she can know.
What other memories does it bring back? It brings back the memory of the music, but does anything come with it?
Most definitely. It brings, again, it could be like the first dance, like I said. You know, she could, or my mother and father dancing into a song, and she could be singing, and so she's sometimes batting her head and swaying with it, and she loved to dance, and so she swings her hips in the chair, and so it just brings back a lot of memories from that moment, wherever they were when that song was being played. It could spark up a memory of a child's wedding, or a dance that they went to, etc.
Yeah. You know, we talk about how much need there is now, because truly we are all living longer. And what are you seeing as far as the need for care facilities like Senior Star?
Such a need. And there's such a rise. Younger and younger people are being diagnosed with dementia and Alzheimer's. And so, you know, I always say to people, get involved. Don't sit back. Everybody knows somebody who has this disease, or has somebody that has some type of cognitive impairment. We need to find our first survivor of this disease. This is the only disease out there that has no survivor, and we need to find our first survivor. And the only way to do that is by getting involved with the Alzheimer's Associates, memory walks, helping fundraise so that we can get a cure and find our first survivor.
Well, keep this in mind, the music therapy. Such an incredible insight. Definitely.
I would encourage everybody, the way to really see this in action is to really get out, come to a community, and watch what happens. You'll see people come to life again.
Huh, interesting.
Ron, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Well, coming up, Cameron.